So I wanted to do a quick book review for the best book I've read so far in 2019. And it was actually written in 2015, but it's called Canoeing the Mountains by Todd Bolsinger. I was able to hear him in person and have him sign my book, which was super cool. But the whole premise of the book is he talks about when Lewis and Clark went exploring. And, they were trained canoers. And all their experience was canoeing. And so they were packing their canoes and they got to a high point where the Missouri River was, and they fully expected to be able to take their canoes from the Missouri River all the way down to the Pacific Ocean. And of course, we know when they got there, the river didn't go that far, and all they saw in the distance were mountains, right? All the Rocky Mountains. And they had a choice to make at that point. Do we move forward and try to make it to the Pacific Ocean, or do we just turn around and go home? Because you know what? Our training is as canoe experts. Well, as we know, they dropped their canoes and they forged ahead. One of the quotes I love is God is taking us into uncharted territory to transform us. And in the world that we're living in right now, there is so much change that's happening. And as pastors, our job is to help, people to adapt to the changes that are coming. The good news is we know some of the changes that are coming because of the Word of God that tells us things that are to come in the future. And so we can help kind of guide and prepare people along the way. But, there's a lot of day-to-day things we don't quite know what's going to unfold. But we do have a God that we can trust moving forward in the future. Bolsinger also talked about the Greek word for learner is disciple. And so, as we are disciples of Jesus Christ, we are needing to learn all that we can, especially about changes coming ahead, how to help our people through this time. And it does look like we have some incredible challenges ahead as a church, but we can rest assured that the church's foundation is Christ, and upon the rock of Christ, the church isn't going anywhere until Christ comes to get us. Another great thing, I put 5 stars by this quote on page 137 if you have the hard copy. For the leader, it is critical to monitor our own emotional reactivity when the anxiety within the church rises. The calm leader is self-aware, committed to the mission trumps, and focuses on his or her own self in the transformation process. As Edwin Friedman reminds us, the leader's own presence is the most powerful tool for furthering the transformation process. And I love that so much. In fact, just recently I was able to help my friend as she retired from the Navy after 20 years of serving our country. And she was totally stressed out. The last several months have been so stressful trying to put together not only her retirement with all the Navy chiefs there and all the officers and beyond, but then also her reception with her hometown friends. And so I was just able to go sit with her and be present with her in those moments of, putting some last minute things together. And her mother thanked me for being a calm, non-anxious presence in her life as she was pretty frantic in trying to get that all together. And this quote kind of reminded me of that, because I forget sometimes that I am the non-anxious presence in the church. I am the one who reminds people that we trust Jesus in the midst of all the change, in the midst of things not looking like maybe we think they should. as this world changes and as the church has to change its methods, the Lord is with us and we can trust him. So I highly recommend Todd Bolsinger, Canoeing the Mountains book to you, and hope that you can adapt to the changes coming ahead and take your people with you.